Welcome to this week's edition of Outdoors Online, a weekly webcast produced by the North Dakota Game and Fish Department. I'm your host, Tom Jensen. My guest this week is Russ Kinzler. Russ is a fisheries biologist with Game and Fish, stationed in Riverdale, and works very heavily with our salmon project in Lake Sakakawea. Russ, first off, let's talk about the salmon program itself, when it started, when we started stocking, and why we started stocking salmon in Sakakawea.
Okay, Lake Sakakawea is a really big lake. It's got deep water, and salmon were stocked to take advantage of that deeper, cold water. It's just basically an unutilized part of the lake. They were started stocking in the early 70s, and the current species in the lake is the Chinook salmon, or the king salmon, and that was started in 1976. So yeah, the salmon were basically put in the lake to add opportunity for the anglers.
Just an extra fun thing to do.
Yeah, something that take advantage of an unutilized part of the lake.
Right. In order to continue the stocking project, Russ, you and your crews go out every fall. You start collecting eggs from the salmon and raising them in the hatcheries. How do you collect the eggs? It's very interesting. Okay.
We now use an electrofishing boat, which puts an electric current into the water in order to catch the salmon. We used to use a ladder where the fish would come up the ladder, but we found it's more effective and less time consuming just to use an electrofishing boat. So we just shock some of the bays that are close to the dam or the face of the dam to collect the salmon now.
Okay. I know last year we had some issues with the egg collection process. This year seemed like it was just gangbusters. What was the difference in the 2 years?
Yeah. Last year the females mature at age 2 and 3. And the males mature at age 1 and 2. And last year we didn't have very strong year classes of 2 and 3 year olds, so that the females were lacking last year. We had good numbers of 1-year-old males, but we didn't have the females. And last year's good numbers of 1-year-old males gave us an idea that we would have a good year this year, and that did turn out to be true. We have good numbers of 2-year-old females this year. So.
All right, how many eggs did we actually collect this year?
We collected just short of 2.1 million eggs.
All right. Now, the increase in the number of eggs being raised, is that going to affect the number of salmon that gets stocked in Lake Sakakawea?
Yes, it will. As you said, last year we struggled. We didn't get as many eggs as we wanted to, and we stocked about 144,000 salmon. We were hoping to stock 400,000 salmon last year. Well, this year, being the fact that we were able to collect 2.1 million eggs, that'll allow us to easily stock should allow us to stock the 400,000 salmon this year.
That's our goal.
That's our goal, yes.
Despite the fact that we didn't stock as many salmon last year, we still had a great year for salmon fishing this year, both from boats and from shore. Yeah,
the fish that we stocked, we say last year, was actually this spring. We wouldn't really see those in the fishery yet. Basically, it's the 1, 2, and 3-year-old fish that are in the fishery. The ones we stocked this year we consider age zeros, and we actually did see a few of those, which gives us a good indication that there might be a year class there too. So this coming year, we know we had good 2-year-olds this year, so we should have good 3-year-olds next year. We also saw a lot of jacks this fall in the spawning run, which means we should have good numbers of 2-year-olds next year. So next year looks to be a really good fishing year.
Salmon enthusiasts are really going to enjoy it, and I would suppose with the nearly 500,000 fish that we're going to stock, then the year after that should be good as well.
Yes, yep, the future looks bright, so.
All right, Russ, thanks.
Thank you.
There are 8 advisory board districts spread out across the state, and a meeting will be held in each district. Here are the dates, times, and places for each advisory board meeting. If you have something on your mind you want to talk to Game and Fish representatives about, attend a meeting near you and speak up. For Russ Kinzler and the rest of the staff here at North Dakota Game and Fish, thanks for joining us for Outdoors Online. We'll see you again next week.